All right, this is for all the ENTPs and ENFPs and people with Demon SI or Demon OI or NI. Or building discipline is going to be one of the hardest things you got to do. It's not easy for anybody. It's like you got to be able to confidently, embarrassingly break down the small steps and really accept with confidence how much you really suck, how much you really are a distracted idiot, and then work with that reality to try and increase that little 1% progress every 3 months. It's funny when I talk to people on the phone or the emails, and they're like, I love the 1% progress every month. And I'm like, oh, look at you. You're 3 times as good as me, jackass. I said 1% every 3 months, not 1% every 1 month. Why? Because you're going to have a bad month. You're going to have a bad month where you slip back, you're a sloppy, chaotic freako, and you're not going to make any progress. That's going to happen. Or you're doing everything right and your house catches on fire, or you got to move, or your car payments, or this, or that, you get sick. Like, you're going to have a bad day, a bad week, and a bad month, right? But over the course of 3 months, you're also going to have some sunny times in there. You're going to have some quiet times. You're going to have some strong times. You're going to have the ability to actually get something done. And therefore, you work like hell when the clouds part. And therefore, at the end of 3 months, you're now at 51%, which means you are slightly more ahead than you are behind. Congratulations, you got your 1%. This message here is just emotionally accepting that building discipline takes time. And if you are a poor goddamn EP where you got SI last, like, holy crap, this is going to be the hardest thing in the world for you to do. And it doesn't get any easier. And knowing that it's so brutally hard, and you're tracking micro steps of progress over a long period of time, that's the game. And you don't need to feel bad about it. And you don't need to worry about, I haven't made enough progress and I'm still struggling with the same thing I struggled last year. So am I. But little by little, over time, what else are you going to do? You're going to not build discipline. You're going to not get a little bit better over time. That's not an option. You just keep failing at it, and being very proud of things like 1% progress every 3 months. And if you ain't doing it, it's because you set the bar too high. Your skills suck too much. You set the bar too high. You're not able to do it. You got to lower that bar, make it easier so you can get that momentum built up. Keep working at it and use that sensory introverted to actually track and measure the numbers. Track the numbers. Keep a list. How often do you have your phone on? How often are you distracted? What time is it? What are you going to do in the next hour? I remember one thing that helped me a lot was early on listening to Eric Thomas, where he said, look, you need to start thinking about how do you get to the next fucking hour? Because I'm trying to think through the next year, right? I'm trying to plan a whole year. I'm trying to plan my life, right? He said, no, you better start looking at the hour. How can I get something done by 3 o'clock? When I started doing that, now I started to get some traction. Well, I can't get anything done by the end of the week, but I can get something done by 3 o'clock, as long as it's small. Whatever you got to do to find a way to break it down to super small steps so you can build that discipline. And it's okay. It's okay. You don't got to be embarrassed about how much you currently suck. That's the secret. We all start there. But little by little, you can build that discipline over time. But when you start feeling bad, feel good, because you're supposed to feel bad.